Jaguars. Welcome to the Out of Pocket Podcast, the podcast where we keep it real, raw, and always out of the ordinary.
That's right. We're Nayeli and Valeria coming to you straight from PAX, bringing you the laughs and conversations you didn't know you needed.
So get ready, Jaguars. It's time to step out of pocket.
Okay. Welcome, Jaguars, to the first episode of the year. Since it's October, the spooky season, I was wondering, Valeria, if you've ever gone to like a haunted mansion.
I've never, but I would love to go.
Okay, so what's one that you would like want to go?
Well, it's not like a mansion, but I want to go to the Queen Mary. I don't know. I love the backstory about it. I don't know. I get chills. And I want to go to like the rooms and the engine room.
What's that one room? What's the one room like B43?
Yeah, I think around there. Yeah.
What's the backstory of that?
I think the lady died there. But I want to mainly go to the engine room because that's where like one of the sailors died.
That's creepy.
Yeah.
I've gone, but I
Really?
went to one of the one of the rooms, like the lower floors.
Mm.
I did not like that.
No.
Those hallways were creepy. I feel like something was gonna come after me and shoot me.
I want to like see if it's real. Like,
I literally don't believe it.
I
feel like it's.
I don't know. When I see people go to it, I feel like it's all staged.
I know.
I
Like,
want to go see if it's real.
Well, I mean, I'm like, if you go.
What if you come with me?
No, I'm never going back there. I had nightmares after that. And following that up, is there anything that scares you that gives you nightmares? Like, is there anything that has scared you?
Creepy dolls. Like,
Oh,
if I know a creepy doll, like one time they gave my sister for her birthday, I told her you better throw it away. It's probably haunted. I don't like the American
there's some-
doll.
Oh my god. Weren't people like obsessing over those like
When they
2000
were
and something?
They were expensive though. But like when you like lay them down, they like close their eyes.
That's,
I find that creepy.
No.
I can't
Or those
do that.
like one bald babies that have like the long eyelashes.
No, it's too creepy. I can't.
You know what scares me? I feel like what scares me the most is I want to say like what's under like in the ocean.
An ocean. Oh, like
in
the deep ocean?
Yeah, in the deep
So I
ocean.
know what's up there. I don't know. I don't want to know. That's why it's deep in there.
It's
supposed to be hidden for a
It's
reason.
supposed to be hidden. All right, Jaguars. I think we've taken enough time off your guys' hands, so let's move on to the next part of our episode. We'll see you soon.
Bye, Jaguars.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Out of Pocket Podcast. On today's segment, Lucas's life advice with me, Lucas Garcia. Now, on today's segment, it is about how to communicate in relationships, okay, as well as how to set boundaries and how to know if you're ready for a relationship. Now, people, I get it, okay? Relationships, not the easiest thing in the world, all right? But you gotta know how to stand up for yourself in a relationship, okay? A relationship, no matter what, is always 50-50, okay? So, say in an argument, okay, use more I statements when admitting your faults, okay? So, how to clarify your thoughts and emotions with your partner, okay? Your partner, not always gonna be the easiest person to talk to. I get it, okay? It's like with every relationship, no matter family, friendship, or with your partner, okay? Your partner is not gonna be the villain all the time. Sometimes it is your fault for not clarifying your emotions, your thoughts, okay? You matter. Your partner's feelings matter. Everybody in this relationship matters, okay? Now I get it, some people, poly relationships, so a little difficult. But it doesn't matter, okay? Either way, know what your partner is thinking. Know your partner's feelings, okay? And always be calm when speaking, okay? Arguments lead to disaster, okay? Disaster leads to hate, and hate leads to the end of the relationship. So always be in a calm state of mind when speaking with your partner about important things, okay? Not about like Mario Kart, okay? That's not as important as your relationship, okay? Ask questions, pay attention to body language of your partner, okay? No matter what your partner says, it's not always what they're thinking, okay? Pay attention to what their body is saying, all right? if your partner is being, I don't know, antsy, okay? That could mean that what they're saying is not what they're thinking, okay? And ask questions, like I said previously, okay? Your partner, a person too, you want to be known, okay? You want to be heard by your partner, so be heard, hear them, okay? And you need to use communication. Identify your needs, self-assess, and what you need, while also knowing your limits. By setting boundaries with your partner, ask your partner what boundaries they have, okay? Your partner has needs, you have needs, identify them, okay, people? Come on, all right? I'm tired of seeing this, right? In my friends, in my family, in everybody. People don't identify their needs, and that ends in breakups, all right? Acknowledge your partner's wants as well. Your partner might not always need something, okay? They more just want something, like affection. Affection is usually needed, but not always, okay? Affection is important in a relationship. If you're not comfortable with that, again, set a boundary, okay? Tell your partner, okay? Don't go into a relationship just to fill a void, okay? That void won't be filled by love that isn't love, okay? What you need is genuine love. You need to fix yourself before you get into a relationship. Don't be pressured into a relationship by yourself or others, okay? Please, people, I've seen it way too many times. Again, in my friends, family, random people on the internet. It's weird. But that's all we have today. So thank you. I hope you listen to my advice. If you don't, it's fine. It's whatever. Also, go onto the Instagram. I hope Miss Mitchell, give me like more time. I don't know, next week. Comment that you like me. So thank you. About the relationship. Don't keep things from your partner. It only ends in disaster. Okay. How to know if you're ready for a relationship? Okay. Final thing. First of all, you gotta ask yourself, do you love you? Okay? Do you love yourself? Do you love how you look and how you feel? Doesn't matter if other people love you. It only matters if you love you. Okay? It doesn't matter what anybody's thinking, what anybody's feeling. It matters. Thank you, Mr. Rios. It matters on you. Okay? As long as your partner loves you, as long as you love you, then that is all that's needed. Okay? Okay. Don't go into a relationship just to fill a void, okay? That void won't be filled by love that isn't love, okay? What you need is genuine love. You need to fix yourself before you get into a relationship. Don't be pressured into a relationship by yourself or others, okay? Please, people, I've seen it way too many times. Again, in my friends, family, random people on the internet. It's weird. But that's all we have today. So thank you. I hope you listen to my advice. If you don't, it's fine. It's whatever. Also, go onto the Instagram. I hope Miss Mitchell, give me like more time. I don't know, next week. Comment that you like me. So thank you.
Welcome to our new segment called A Cup of Crime. I'm your host, Bea, and this is my co-host,
Daniel.
And in each episode, we will be exploring infamous crime cases and digging a little bit deeper in unrevealing the mystery. So let's get to it.
Crime cases like who?
So we are going to be covering the crime case of Eddie Gang. He is a famous serial killer in Plainfield, Washington.
And why is this serial killer so special? Like, there's a bunch of other serial killers out there that are more popular.
Well, okay, so first things first, he did a lot of weird things that inspired a lot of new horror movies like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, American Psycho, Norman Bates, basically almost all of the horror movies out there. He has been the foundation for all of these.
Why was he the foundation? What did he do that was like so bad?
He did a lot, actually. He did a lot. So
So
one thing that he did tend to do was he made accessories out of people, out of their skin. And
Oh.
so one thing that he would do is when his mother passed away, he decided to skin her and wear her face as a mask.
So is that why the Texas Chainsaw Massacre was based off him?
Exactly. So when the Texas Chainsaw Massacre was being made, there was this guy who made it. His name was Norman. He was also starred in Norman Bates, and so both of those two people, Ed Gein and Norman Bates, they made, or sorry, wait, I don't know his Norman's last name, but they made Norman Bates kind of together based on what they both did. Norman, he did make the Texas Chainsaw Massacre based on what was happening in his time, which was Ed Gein in all his cases. So yeah, that was definitely based on that.
So do you think this guy is like worse or worse? They're all bad, but like, do you think he's one of the worst serial killers out there?
I wouldn't say he's one of the worst serial killers out there because he was diagnosed with schizophrenia and he did have a lot of mental illnesses.
I
He did
definitely
go by.
think that he's not as bad as all the other serial killers. I noticed that they all have a pattern of an upbringing, of a very terrible upbringing with their childhood.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of people that have trouble with their childhood or have mental disease, and they never even think of
Right.
doing that, at least.
Yeah, I think that it's definitely also the time because this was in the 1960s. There's times like Jeffrey Dahmer, it was taking place in the 1980s. So I think definitely the social environment and just things that were completely different than, nowadays where we have a lot of resources. We actually know what are a whole bunch of different mental illnesses. Back then, they didn't really care about like mental illnesses. They didn't really care that much about disabilities. They would shame on them. So I think it's more open now,
Yeah, I get that, but still, like, even if they didn't have anybody to talk to, as people do now, it's like, how come they didn't go to anybody? How come they didn't try or something? Like this guy and how he was with his mom, do you think he was just okay with it? He just thought it was normal or what?
So his mom was very religious. They definitely had a quite unusual relationship, I guess you can say.
What do you mean by unusual?
They had they were very close together. They were very,
Could
you know.
could you define
No,
like
I don't think
close?
I can, but right, it was something. It was,
Because there's like different types of close, you know?
let's
Like,
keep this PG-13.
oh,
right.
it was that kind of close.
Yeah, it was that kind of close.
It wa-
I think that no, definitely because his mother was religious. She never wanted any females around the house for him. She never wanted anything like that. And she really did only look up to him. Like only looked up to him. He had another brother. His brother, he ran off with some other girl because he wanted to live his life.
Mhm.
And I think that she honestly took full advantage of Ed because he had a lot of mental disabilities. So he wasn't able to go off and, just be this normal, kind, shy guy that everybody thought, especially to girls. It was very hard to interact with him. But yeah.
So, do you think because his mom was this way and she was the only person in his life, that's why he did these things like the skinning people and trying to keep his mother, I guess?
So, yeah. So, towards the end, that's exactly kind of what he did do. After his mother passed, he became very, very attached to her. Like, it was reported that he would lay next to her grave and he would dig up her body and he would just cuddle with it because of how much that he missed her.
That is very wrong. Obviously, guys, please do not do that. That is a charge.
If you do that, that's kind of weird. What are you doing?
Right.
Like,
Right. Right. But I do see why he could have obviously done something like that. His father wasn't really in his life. He had a very abusive father, um, who only really came for alcohol and he would just leave. And one thing that I did like about his mom was that she was a very strict lady. Like she did not let her husband um basically like mess around with her. She never allowed that. And so I think that she definitely did a very good impact on his life in some points. But yeah, so he was just very attached to her, and after that he decided to he decided to grab her body from the grave. And I know
okay.
it is definitely something, guys, but yeah, he decided to basically take her home with him back to their home. And he since he was diagnosed with schizophrenia, he obviously heard voices and he thought that she was still alive and all that stuff. And I don't know how he didn't smell that
Yeah,
very
because it's just,
potent deceasing person, but
yeah.
your reaction.
Because it's so, like, how
No,
does,
I know it is. It's absolutely bizarre, honestly.
it
But
is very crazy. Like, so what about his brother? After his mom died, and did his brother know about
I
this?
forgot about that. Okay, so before his mom actually passed away, his brother was around and he just came from his fiance. He was about to get married and all that stuff. Like he was about to actually propose to his girlfriend. Before that all happened, they both went into the shed, and I guess his brother, he wanted Ed to just completely get out of his mother's sight because she was so controlling over him. All she wanted to do was just keep him in the house. She didn't want him to socialize. She didn't want any friends. She didn't want him to do anything else but take care of her and basically have no life of his own. So, what happened was his brother, he decided to put his input out on that. And he kept telling him, that I think that you should definitely leave, get married or, have a life with that girl that you're talking to and just leave mom because she's crumbling your world right now. She's not a good influence.
Yeah, she wasn't.
So, no, she was not.
Yeah.
And um so then when he was saying all of that stuff to Ed, Ed got really defensive because obviously they had such a close relationship with one another.
Very
He
close.
very close,
A
guys.
bit too close.
A little too close. But yeah, since they both had a really, really close relationship with one another, he did not take that very nicely. And he ended up hitting his brother in the head. And when his brother fell down to the floor, he thought it was a joke, but he never got back up. And so when he went to go leave, he saw blood everywhere, but he went to go leave the barn, the shed, barn shed thingamabob. And when he went to go leave, his schizophrenia started kicking in again. So he heard his brother's name. I mean, he heard his brother talk to him, and he turned around and he's talking to his brother like as if he was actually there. But, that was just all
Yeah,
his
it's just all in his.
imagination. Yeah, it was all in his mind, honestly. So when he came back to go check up on the cows and the chickens and all that back to the barn shed, he saw his brother was still lying there the next day. And it was very cold at that time. It was very cold. So rigor mortis already kicked in.
What's that?
Rigor mortis is when a deceased person has already went through the stage of being still. So their body tenses up and their muscles, their body, their muscles, all that, it ends up tensing up and they just stay very stiff. So if you were to move like a finger or so, it could easily break. That is
How do you know this?
Because I am very well educated.
I don't remember being educated about this.
Yes. But so after that, when he went back into the shed, he saw his brother just lying there, and he kept thinking it was a joke. He said the exact same thing, like, "Hey, this isn't funny. I would like for you to wake up," and he never did. And so when he finally realized that his brother has been dead for the past day, he drags his body out and he basically makes up this whole wannabe crime scene. He ends up going to the reporters and he ends up telling them that he died in a fire while they were making a fire.
But that was not true.
No, it wasn't true because you could tell that when there is a dead body, you can definitely tell the time period of how long they have been dead for.
But
So
obviously back then they didn't have that stuff.
well, no, no, you can tell. You don't really need any tools or devices or anything like that. But they never really suspected it was him because he was such an innocent, shy person with a disability that was very known. You know, they didn't really know what he had, but you could tell that he had something.
That's how they get you.
That's how they get you. But
So in total, how many people do you think this guy killed?
so I think that I honestly think that he killed 3 people, but his brother, it was ruled out by accident. So
Accident?
accident. But yeah, so he did kill Mary Hogan and Bernice Warden. For Mary Hogan, they did find a lot of her bones in his house. So, yeah. And he did have both intimate relationships with both of them.
When they were dead?
No.
Oh.
But he was a necrophiliac too.
Okay.
So, that was
So, wait, what do you mean?
before. Like, he had relations with both of them, not necessarily boyfriend and girlfriend or married, but he did have like a couple one night stands with them. And with those two afterwards, he, like I said, he was also a necrophiliac. So he did perform a lot of necrophilia.
What is that? What is
So lovely you asked because this is the whole segment that we're on. He was a necrophiliac, meaning fondling with deceased people.
Fondling with deceased people? I'm assuming fondling means like not good things.
Yeah, it's like not really in the good section of the dictionary, I guess you can
Like
say.
18 plus acts?
Yeah, it's like rated R and we're doing PG. But but yeah. So with those two, I think that he honestly just killed 3 people. That I know. But there was a lot of dead bodies found in his house. Not necessarily just dead bodies, but also like bones. He would make his favorite bowl ever was the skull of somebody that he made himself.
Okay.
He also
Wow.
made a chair that was made from the top part of a lady's skin for his mother.
What the hell?
Yes. There was many things that he did. And they were all influenced too. It was stated that the reason why what really influenced him was the female that he was talking to at that time, who he had relations with at that time. She showed him some pictures of a war, and that just did something to his brain, and he fell in love with the fact of dead bodies and all that stuff, and he wanted to discover more about it. And I think that's definitely the cherry on top of it. I think that's what definitely made it click up in his head.
But it's like, even then, like looking at a picture of a war, how does that make you want to make a chair of human skin? Like,
Well,
But
so he stated that the bodies that were on the floor, they were stacked like sardines. So they were all compact and there was just I know it's really
it
disturbing,
is very
honestly.
disturbing.
Yeah, it is, but I feel like this is a very important topic because this is the base of honestly a lot of horror movies that are out there. Um, but yeah.
But a chair of human skin, like that's some real artificial leather, I guess.
Artificial leather. Yeah, no, I definitely agree on that. He was obsessed with oh right. Oh, that's what he was obsessed with. He was obsessed with this blonde war lady. I forgot her name. No, she was Russian. She was Russian and she just thought that she was definitely Billy I can't say that word no.
Billy Bad.
Billy Bad. Billy Badass. Probably not, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, she said it like that. She literally asked you if you'd say. So
She's Mexi. Just say that. That's what you thought.
he thought she was cool.
She I just feel like that sounds
He thought she was
weird.
awesome sauce.
He definitely thought that she was awesome sauce. And he thought she was very attractive and which is really weird because when he was told about um transgender and all that stuff, he decided that he would also want to be dressed up as a lady too. And yet he still had a lot of
It just keeps
feelings.
getting worse, huh?
He had feelings for only ladies. And so he only liked females obviously. But he
But
dressed up as one sometimes and he would cosplay as one. His favorite mask and his favorite costume of all time was his mother.
oh, well, so he would wear his mother.
Yeah, basically. So what he would do, I wouldn't say wear anything else other than her head.
Oh yeah,
Um,
like that's like that makes it any better.
right, like because that
Like,
that
makes
does make it better, I guess, right? He's not like really putting on a jumpsuit, but he he kept the her hair intact.
oh, that's nice.
Right. He kept her hair intact. He kept everything kind of just intact from this point on
Oh,
up.
at least he's not looking at like bad things,
Right,
right?
right, right.
At least.
But what he would do was he would definitely wear her undergarment and he would wear
Well,
he would wear her undergarment and at that time they had very different lingerie and and so with that being said, he would also wear, you know, her gown and cuz like I said, this was a very different time, so fashion was extremely different, especially for females.
extremely different. Was it like less, more,
No, it was
more cotton?
more
So in the end, what ended up happening to Ed Gain?
so he like I said, he was diagnosed with schizophrenia. He was diagnosed with it after, not prior to any of these events. So he was arrested, but he was incompetent to stand in trial because due to the insanity plea, right? The reason by insanity. So he was incarcerated in an institution for the mentally deceased.
So he didn't get anything like a death penalty or nothing?
No, because he wasn't in jail, so he didn't get those outcomes, I guess you can say, right? He didn't get those outcomes. He was in an institution.
Well,
So,
well, yeah, but even then, like they could say that about every serial killer. They could say like they're just crazy, mentally ill, and they did this because of a mental illness. Like,
yeah, well, I think that's definitely something for next time because next time we will be talking about Jeffrey Dahmer. And Jeffrey Dahmer, he
Yeah, that's a
has
popular one. An
some
infamous.
things going on up in there
What?
too. So until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching A Cup of Crime. Thank you guys so much for joining us on our newly segment, A Cup of Crime. I'm your host, Bea. Thank you so much.
And I'm Daniel.
And Daniel, I guess. Thank you. And please be careful with who you
Surround yourself with.
right. And don't get too close to your mom.
Yeah. Don't be weird with your mom.
Don't be weird.
Yeah.
Bye. Thank you.
Good podcast. Thanks for tuning in, Jaguars. We hope you enjoyed hanging out with us. Don't forget to follow us on all of our socials and send your thoughts when we do reading your confessions. We love hearing from our Pax fam. Well, until next time, Jaguars, and remember to always keep it out of pocket.